Supervisor Tom Wheeler. We're here in Madera County. You're retiring this term.
This term, yeah. Year and a half.
I understand that you've recommending your replacement.
Yeah.
You've endorsed somebody to.
Well, I've been looking for probably 8 years to figure out somebody that I felt that can carry on what I feel that I've been doing. And I've had some people say you're going to be the legacy here. Well, I don't know what that is, but maybe. But it's really important to me not to get outsiders that come in here and really don't know what everybody needs. You know, you have to be belong. You have to be in clubs. You have to go to organizations. You have to go to events. I don't miss hardly anything. I go to every event I can go to, and it's important to me. And every time I go, I don't care where it's at. I get somebody to come up and start talking to me about their problem. And if it's really important, I'll tell them, hey, here's my card. Make sure you email me or text me, because I'm not going to remember here, you know. And then when 2 or 3 people do it, and I get called 24/7. But last Sunday, I had 5 or 6 calls, because people sat at home and they start thinking about, hey, they're not fixing that. Hey, I need this fixed. So they'll call me. And that's okay. When I took this job, I knew that a couple of supervisors before me had unlisted numbers. And man, I put my numbers out there. I put it on every advertisement I did.
On a personal note, what's your wife think about that?
Well, it's my girlfriend. And some of them don't like it, some don't. But you know, Leslie is so good about it, because she's a Democrat, I'm a Republican. And it works out great, because I can see other people's views. I speak just as much to the Democratic Club meetings up here as I do the Republican meetings. And
this is a nonpartisan office.
It's a nonpartisan. I try to tell everybody. You know, they want me to make, are you going to vote party? And I said, I don't vote party. I never have. If I was a senator or a legislator in either one, Sacramento, D.C., I would not do that. I'm going to represent the people. And representing a party is not the people, period. I don't care what anybody says. And that's what's wrong with D.C. and with Sacramento right now. And it drives me crazy. If D.C. and Sacramento had to run their business like the counties do, it would be 100% better, because we got to balance our budget, and we got to look out for everybody. It'll make no difference what you are.
I have theories about local government is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to representative government.
Yeah, 100%.
I would like to give you an opportunity to put in a plug for the person you think ought to inherit your job.
Well, I have young people, middle-aged people, and older people on my team. Every year, with that election, I try to pick a couple of 3 or 4 new people, And I picked Bobby McCauley, who grew up here, and he was on the 22A Sewer District Committee in Oakhurst here, and so I got to know him pretty good, and I knew his dad and mom, and I knew his grandparents, because when I was on the Northwest School Board, his dad represented the teachers union, and they come there, and I chased the guy out of the meeting when I was chairman of the board, because he kept lipping off, so I run him out. And his grandpa said I'm the only board member he's ever seen do that. But anyway, I picked him to help me on my campaign, and he's doing really good, helping. He just got right into it. He's been the chairman of the Boys and Girls Club. He's helped them for years, and got 2 degrees. I don't have a degree, I went 5 years of junior college down here, and and that don't make you a breaker, right? That don't mean that much to me either. But then I lost my chief of staff, Bretta Dyer, to American Force Foundation. I've had 2 top-notch chief of staffs, 3 now at Bobby, and and both of them, Maria and Bretta, got their masters while they worked for me and took better jobs, and that makes me feel good. So Bob and he helped my campaign, and then I lost Bretta, and I said, oh man, what am I going to do? And so I woke up in the middle of the night, and I said, oh my gosh, how about Bobby? And I woke up in the morning, and I said, Leslie, what do you think about Bobby McCauley? Oh, that's a great idea. Let's call John Reed, because he was my campaign manager kind of, you know. I never paid nobody to help me, you know. Everybody volunteered to help me in every election. And so I said, John, this is like 6:30 in the morning. I said, hey, John, what about Bobby McCauley to be my chief of staff? Oh, God, Tom, how'd you come up with that? He said, that's a great idea. Get down to office here. And so I got down there at 9, and we called him, and he just took a job over on the coast. He just moved over the coast from me. Unbelievable. I said, Bob, I would like to be my chief of staff. Oh, man, I just took a job. Let me think about it. This is a Monday or Tuesday. So Friday, a couple of days he called me, he said, can I come over and talk to you? So he came over Friday, and we talked to him, and I said, you know, this could look into you running for supervisor. He says, really? And he says, what's going to happen to you? And I said, I really want to retire. You know, I'm going to be 80 by the time I'm done with this term. And he says, oh. Well, he says, okay, well, let me think about it. I'll go home and talk to my girlfriend. So he called me Sunday and said, we think we might do it. Can we bring her over and talk to you this Friday? I said, yeah, because he had to work. So he come over with her, and he says, I think we'll do it. And so I hired him as extra help, because you have to go through the whole process when you hire somebody through the county, you know. So, but I wanted to try him anyway, so he worked for about 5 months, and I said, oh man, he's working right. He's one of the people, knows how to write good. I mean, he just amazed me. And I said, Bob, let's start planning for you to be run for supervisor. And he says, really? And I said, absolutely. So first we got to get you hired full time. So we got to go through the process. And 28 people put in for the job. And so I don't get to do none of that. So they got 2 or 3 people comes out of county, and 2 or 3 in the county does all the paper and personal interviews. And they pick 3 or 4 or 5 for us to interview. That's what we do everybody. And so when after they got done with the personal interviews, he came out #1 out of the whole 28. They only interviewed, I think, 10. So they gave me 4 people. 1 didn't show up for the interview. And so me and one other supervisor and 2 other, I had Greta, my last chief of staff, come down and also interview. So I had 4 of us, and it was, you wouldn't believe this, but we had 3 people we interviewed. We rated them, you know, 10 high and 1, you know. And so we had him #1. All 4 of us interviewed him. Had him #1. And we had all 4 of the people that interviewed the same. So anyway, so then I hired him full time, and he is just, I assigned him so much stuff, I can't even tell you. Well, I mean,
So he's going to do a good job for
your
your
staff
citizens.
loves him. The people love him because he answers the questions. He don't try to beat around the bush, and he's like me so much it's not funny. I'm a little more cruder than he is. He's a little more diplomatic, because I'm just, you know, if you got an ugly shirt on, you got an ugly shirt on. I'm not gonna try to tell you it's good. But he will do a little bit better than that. But he's not a politician either. He's learning from me how you handle these people. And we got some really, as you said a while ago, some strong personalities up here. And I tell you what, and they jump us both quite often. So Bob McCauley is the one to vote for District 5 Supervisor in 2022.
Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and we're going to maybe talk some more sometime.
Absolutely, I'd love to. I got stories that, man, you probably do too, that we could share and go on. We could make a series out of it.
Anyway, thank you very much, and we'll be talking some more.